Hello, welcome to another exciting episode of whatever this is. Just walked up the steps for about the 20th time today. Yeah, I haven't shaved in a while, as you can tell. It's good to see you again. Welcome. Just going to give you, there's been some developments. I've had a few people ask me recently when I'm going to do another one of these, so I thought I'd better get onto it. And there's thunder in the sky, so I want to do some outdoor stuff for you. So I thought I'd better get cracking before it starts coming down. I'll just turn the light on. A little bit of light, it's nice, isn't it? Okay, so we'll start with the bathroom. So when I left you last, I had the pan liner in the shower, excuse me, and I've since managed to get the shower pan in. So here it is, lovely shower pan. So this is, it's called a few things. It's like, I've heard it referred to as deck mud, which is a very sandy cement mix, and you mix it so it's only just wet, it's just hydrated. You don't want it sloppy that it like flows like typical concrete. You want it to kind of clump. You want to be able to make a ball of it in your hand and for it to hold together, but for it to crumble, not like flow. That way it holds its shape exactly. You can pack it in there. So what I did is I just like packed it around the perimeter, and using my level and like my float that I made, get the perimeter nice and level, and then I established like the slope that I wanted by setting my drain at the height that I needed to achieve a gentle slope. And then I just like packed the rest in and evened it all out. It's lovely, it's nice and solid. It's plenty of solidness underneath it, shouldn't crack. So this is ready for tile pretty much. I can lay tiles in here soon, and I reckon by the time I do the next episode I'll have tiles in here. I also put cement backer board down. So this is a kind of cement sheet. This particular brand is called Duroc. So what you do is, this white stuff is tile adhesive mortar. What do you call it? Thin set, that's what it's called. So what you do is you put down, underneath here is my plywood subfloor. So you put the thin set down, you use a notched trowel to get it nice and even, and then you put these cement sheets down on top of the thin set, and then you screw it down with plenty of screws. You kind of see all the little screws, and that pulls it down onto the thin set. And so between the thin set and this, it just makes a super hard kind of substrate for the tile to then get stuck to. So I'm all ready for floor tile in the bathroom and the shower. So we'll be doing that soon. Can't remember, I'm pretty sure I showed you, I've plumbed up my shower valve. So that's all roughed in. There's going to be like more cement sheeting here, that whole thing. Yeah, so the bathroom is progressing, ready for floor tile. Super exciting. I think I'm just going to go with like baby hexagons. It's super classic. It's just like in every single old house around here. It looks really nice, just little white hexagons. And it's really forgiving because they come in like mosaic sheets. And if your surface is not quite perfectly level, large format tiles, you have to be like dead flat. Otherwise you get lippage and it's super noticeable. But with the mosaic sheets, you can have like slight variations, and it's pretty good. So another thing is, this here is my thermostat. So we've established the beginnings of a central heating system. So this thermostat is going to be the kind of controller for what is slowly coming together downstairs. So if we go downstairs, then we can check that out. So let's hang on. Let's try that again. Ooh, that one was a harsh landing. So that thermostat controls this. So this is my zone controller, one zone switching relay. So basically this brown wire here comes from that thermostat, feeds into this. This here comes from the electric panel over there, we'll see that in a sec, which feeds power. So I've got it switched so I can turn it off and on if I ever need to work on this or whatever. I can isolate it with this. Power goes into my switching relay. So when the thermostat detects low temperature, basically it wants to provide heat, it'll send a signal here, and this guy, this like where it says zone 1, that will turn on, that will go red, and then it will send power through here to my pump, which is currently here. So this is a circulating pump. This will go somewhere around here, connected via like pipes and valves and things to my hot water unit there. You can see that this here. And so the pump is going to basically be sending water into the hot water unit and creating a vacuum which will also pull water out of the hot water unit and send it through this manifold, and the red connections, those two connections, will send hot water up into the house to my baseboard heaters, and then when it comes out the other end of the baseboard heaters, it'll go into the blue side of the manifold back into the hot water unit. So the idea is that instead of heating the air, which a normal HVAC system does, I'll be heating water and then using hot water to heat the building, which will be nice. So that's coming along. I've got my plumber organised for next weekend to come and put my gas line in. It's going to be a big gas line coming along the beam here and then feeding down to my gas connection, which is there. Actually, no. Where is it? It's down there. That's the gas connection. That's the return for the building heat, and then that is where the hot water for the building heat will come out of. Up here is where the domestic hot water comes out. It needs to be mixed down to a safe temperature, so that's what that thing is. And it comes up here. Actually, no, the hot water goes here. And then the hot water goes into my lovely manifold here, which I can't remember if I had this in place last time. It's been a while, I might not have. So these are my hot water supply lines. So the hot water all comes into here, and then we've got our shower, another one for the vanity in the bathroom, kitchen sink, and then I've got a spare one which I think is going to be sent up into the attic for the future, like bathroom attic needs that I'm going to have up there. I've just got some redundancy built in here because, you know, it's good to have. And then these are my cold water lines. I need more of them. There's like the shower, the vanity. I think the vanity and the toilet are going to share the same line. Kitchen, I might have 2 kitchen supplies for water, and then there's another couple in case I need water elsewhere. Attic, other spots. So that's it. That's it for the plumbing stuff so far. It's coming along really well. I'm having a really great time researching all of these cool things and learning in depth about hydronic heating. Oh, it started raining. God damn it. I'm just going to show you outside. I can give you a quick look. So anyway, this is my electric panel, slowly filling up. Got everything labelled. So down here is my pump, hot water unit. These are the basement outlets, and that's my stair lights. Ooh, so these steps here were rotten and collapsing, so I built some new steps. So now they are nice and solid, and Yeah, that was great fun. They came together really well. Quite proud of my little steps. And essential for getting in and out of the basement. Oh, far out. Oh, it's hailing. Hail. Well, I can show you from here. I got a lot of wood chips, and so I've finished wood chipping the hang zone. Isn't that nice? So I need to make another couple of these chairs. I think 6 chairs is about right. They seat 2 people cozily, or like a single person very comfortably. So I think 6 chairs will be about right. And then I'll have a little good get together sometime soon. It's too wet, can't go outside. I'll show you the outside from upstairs, because you might have seen just then I acquired a lawnmower recently, and I've been going crazy with my lawnmower. Let's have a view from up here. So there's the hang zone. It's my lawnmower and my wheelbarrow and my stacks of pallets. So yeah, it's all coming together quite nicely. In the fire pit right now is the old stairs from the basement, the ones that were all rotted. So that wood's going to get a bit wet, but it'll dry out again, and then we'll have a lovely fire. Probably next weekend. I'm thinking of having a little party, because my special friend Steve, shout out to Steve in Cleveland now, he's going to be coming to stay maybe next weekend, sometime very soon. And so, yeah, I'm just going to invite all the people that I know so far, the handful of legends that I've been lucky enough to attract into my orbit, and vice versa, and see what they're up to. It'll be nice to have a little shindig. First time entertaining in the new zone. What else? Oh, yeah. So, let's have a look at this. So look at that. I mowed the lawn. So I don't actually own this vacant lot yet, but when you apply to buy the vacant lots, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get them. I mean, you've got the best chance if you own the property next door, and if you've got some kind of plan in place for what you're going to do with it. But it also stands you in pretty good stead if you can demonstrate that you've been maintaining it, regardless of ownership. So I'm going to start mowing my vacant lots next door, keeping them in good shape. Saves the city from having to come through with their big tractor mower, which is just brutal. It's like a giant tractor with like a bloody 10-foot mower blade on the bottom. It just comes through and just like destroys everything. So yeah, I've like finessed it a bit, and it's looking real nice. And that's my giant pile of wood chips, delivered by my lovely arborist friend Dean. Shout out Dean. Yeah, wood chips are in high demand right now. Everybody's doing like yard work. It's springtime, so you know everyone's getting amongst it. It was just so beautiful and sunny earlier, and now it's bloody bucketing down. What else? I was going to show you outside. Got rained out. That's about it. I mean, so I can demonstrate this. So the temperature right now is 56. So if I put it on heat mode, set at 62. So let's see, it should, there we go, heat on, it says, just came on. So now, if we go down here, you will see little red light. So basically, zone 1 is on. So what that means is that it's sending power through this to our circulator pump. So this is designed to work with circulator pumps. It's made by the same brand as the pump. So in this condition with the thermostat upstairs going, give me heat. This controller is going, aye aye Captain, and it's sending power to the pump, and the pump's going, oh, they want heat, and it's just like pushing hot water through the system, and then it's going to push hot water through the manifold, and through the manifold it's going to snake off through the supply lines to my baseboard heaters, and then it's going to heat up the rooms wherever there's baseboard heaters. I'm going to have another manifold with radiant floor loops, but the two different kind of emitters they're called, so a baseboard heater is one kind of emitter and a radiant floor system is another kind of emitter. There's multiple types, radiators, panel radiators. They all kind of like different temperatures of water. The baseboard fin convection heaters, they work quite well with very hot water. They can work with like 160 degree Fahrenheit water. Whereas if you send water that temperature through your floor loops, you're going to cook your floors and wood is going to like warp and things could go bad. So I need two different manifolds to be doing the two different temperatures, and then I'll have to have a mixing valve on my radiant floor manifold to mix that water down to a like kind of safe temperature. Alternatively, I could just use the domestic hot water coming out of the machine. I have to talk to someone more experienced and see what they reckon about that. But yeah, the idea is to have a hybrid system. Let's go upstairs and have a look at the baseboard, because I don't think I had that when we were there last. So here we are upstairs in the living room. Isn't it glorious? A little bit messy, but you know. But yeah, it's home. But anyway, so this is one of the baseboard heat emitters. So what this does is you can kind of see in here, hot water goes through this tube. So there's going to be hot water coming up into the tube, and then there's like all these fins. You can kind of see the fins. So basically, just natural convection. All the cold air is going to be down here on the bottom of the room. The coldest air. It's going to slowly like waft into here. It's going to get heated up by those fins that are soaked in heat from the hot water. And then it's going to float up. And a convection pattern is going to form. And you're going to slowly have the air in the room being heated just by natural convection through what's called a hot water baseboard heater. So it's very passive, it's silent operating. As long as you have no bubbles in your lines, they can make a bit of noise if you've got air in your system. But I've got an air separator and a few other things, so that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I'm going to have this baseboard heater, which is 6 feet long, here under the window, kind of against the window box, which is just the perfect spot for it. When you're hanging out there, it's just going to be so cozy in the colder months. And then I calculated the size of this room. I need 11 feet of baseboard heater. So I've got 6 feet there, and then I'm going to put another 6 foot length kind of over where the old fireplace used to be. So kind of across the back of that tile down here. And between those two spots and a portion of this floor being heated by radiant floor loops, it's going to be very cozy in here. And then in the bedroom, I'm going to have another 6 foot length of baseboard heater down here underneath the window. The idea is that you want them, ideally, your emitters, to be kind of on the outside walls. That's where your most heat loss and where those are the coldest parts of the room. So if you heat those spots first, then apparently the heat finds its way into the rest of the room fairly easily. Whereas if you're heating an already warm spot, you can end up with like kind of cold pool areas. I think that's how it works, something like that. So yeah, they're going to be cool. So yeah, I'm going to put like a top on there soon. I know, I've been promising all of these things. I'm getting to it, alright. Yeah. Oh, This is my this light globe was too bright, so I covered it in spray foam, and it's made this like weird kind of cool spooky kind of like little lava lamp. So I just leave that on all the time in the middle of the night. It's like a nice little night light. Gives the house a kind of spooky glow from the street, and yeah, it's cozy. I'm going to get some blinds for these windows. Blinds are like $15, $20 for a set, so I just need to cover these windows. I feel like I'm a little bit on display to the entire world, like sitting in my little chair over here. It's nice being able to look out at the world, but it would also be nice to like kind of pull the blinds and have a bit of privacy from time to time. And also just like knock down the light a bit. Oh, has the rain stopped? Maybe the rain stopped. Maybe we can go and have a look outside. Let's do it. Going down the steps to the front door. It has stopped raining. You're in luck. Let's do it. Do a quick tour of the outside. It's been a while. And then I'll leave you to get on with your day / night. Okay, so here we are. So I made myself a little house number, which has been key in making sure that the post people know what my address is so that I can deliver my mail. No mail today, that's okay. But yeah, cute little house number. House is looking good. Hasn't fallen apart any more than it already was. Oh, it is raining a little bit. But yeah, this is my freshly groomed side lot with my kind of own custom on-ramp from the street. So come on, the on-ramp, wow, there's my van. So there's this cool landscape design principle. They're called desire paths, and you see them in like kind of grass areas. You kind of basically they're kind of like goat tracks. So basically when people take shortcuts across pieces of grass, they slowly wear it down, wear the grass away, and that is where natural paths form. And if you're going to be like putting paths into a landscape, it's this cool principle of just like leaving the landscape raw, seeing how people use it, and then where the patterns of natural motion flow, then put your effort into those areas. So like if people are taking a weird shortcut across the corner of a thing, then like pave that spot instead of like trying to force people into like rectilinear paths. You know what I mean? So letting landscapes evolve through use rather than kind of rigidly trying to force forms into the landscape. You know what I mean? So my van's kind of done that. Like the way I come off the street and turn around in that side lot has kind of formed this sort of curve, which now I know that that's like where I might put some gravel down or something in the future. Yes, this is where my gas comes up. Gas here. We had a bit of a grinder accident a little while ago. Not that kind of grinder, like an angle grinder, and had to get the gas company out because there was a cut gas line. There was gas pouring out, but all got fixed, and we're gonna have a gas meter soon. This is a bit of a problem where this water is like coming down and pooling. This corner of the basement is very wet, so that is why, because there's a bunch of water coming down here and it's soaking the foundation and seeping into the basement. So basically I need to like bring the rest of this downpipe down and then divert it away from the building and have it like kind of squirting out here to kind of get the water away from the foundation, the basement wall. House is looking good. These windowsills are a little bit like green, so I'm going to give them a good bleachy and maybe paint them white like this other one. I think that might not be a bad idea. Dress them up a bit. And yeah, otherwise she's in good shape, you know. Gonna give it all a big power wash at some point during this summer. Anyway, that's that. What else? Yeah, so this is the hang zone. Isn't it great? These chairs are a design I've been working on for a while. Alex and I made some last year and I've refined it. Very happy with it now. So each of these chairs is 1.5 pallets. No wood from anywhere else. This is all pallet wood from the 1.5 pallets. So with 3 pallets you can make 2 chairs. So you need 3 pallets, things like 18 screws. 3 pallets, 18 screws, and you've got a couple of chairs. It's awesome. So they're very comfortable. They're kind of like Adirondack chair geometry. So you kind of like, you're sitting back, but the back is at a right angle to the seat, so you're like not laid back. You are laid back, but your leg back angle is like still fairly upright. They're a little bit of an effort to get out of because you are quite low to the ground, but you know, it's a small price to pay for comfort. I've also heard them affectionately referred to as Cape Cod chairs, which I'm not sure is entirely accurate, but some people do refer to them as Cape Cod chairs, and so every time now I think of Adirondack chairs, I think Cape Cod chairs, and yeah, I get a little smile on my face. It's nice. So shout out Nick and Kelly. Thank you for the lovely chat the other day. I think it was yesterday, and yeah, prompting me to put this little video together. Need a little kick in the butt sometimes. So fuck, it was lovely. It's still nice. Like it's not cold. Here I am in a t-shirt. I've taken to wearing suspenders over a belt. Just because it's so much more comfortable. Like roomy, pants stay up all the time, and just feel like super mobile and supported. So it's not an aesthetic choice, it is purely a functional choice. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I think this has gone on for a while. We're pushing 30 minutes. So, one more thing. This stuff here is like old gym mat that I got for free, thanks to the heads up by my lovely mate Pez. And there's also this, which is like hardcore. It came out of a martial arts gym. So this is like proper like gym mat. So I'm going to be cutting that up to make cushions for more chairs. I'm thinking of making these chairs commercially, like refining them a bit. Finishing them, like sanding them, staining them, and flogging them off. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know. Sound off in the comments if you think it's a good idea. If you think it's a bad idea, let me know. If you think they're shit, yeah, just go for it, let me have it. I'm here for it. So I'm thinking about that. Anyway, I've got a lot of ideas. See where they go. That's it for now. Love you guys. Peace.